Welcome back to the Fearless Ambition Podcast. I'm your man, Kadon Sterling. Today's episode is going to be titled, Epstein Lives. I'm going to explain everything I mean by that. Stay right there. I'll be right back. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. As some of y'all know, I like to have all my conversations with a cigar because I believe in cigar conversations. Don't forget to check me out right here on YouTube at Cars, Golf, and Cigars, okay? Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the conversation, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to be a part of the atmosphere and the community, join. I'm here. Let's talk. Epstein lives. Let me explain to y'all what I mean by that. It's been since 2019 since Jeffrey Epstein has passed away, no longer here, right? He decided to unalive himself, as that's what the reports say, and I actually believe he did it. I don't believe it was a conspiracy to get him out of here. I believe he did it to himself because a person of his stature, I believe mentality-wise, I've never met him, never been around him, but from what I've seen, from the very few documentaries that they've done to talk about the situation, his mentality would have survived prison. Never would have survived prison. He was already on a plane of I am bigger than the law. So if I'm bigger than the law, how could the law be holding me and make me accountable for the crimes that I committed? I'm supposed to be bigger than the law. Let me explain something to y'all as well. I don't firmly believe Jeffrey Epstein ever had any kind of remorse for any of his crimes towards women. I believe that he was just in a situation mentally where ain't no way in the world he could survive prison. And all the things that he's known, I'm pretty sure he got death threats from half of the world. But he wasn't going to be able to survive doing time. That's not him. So he was out of here. But let's go back to why I said he lives. He lives because, in my opinion, the United States government is allowing him to live. All right? They won't release anything detrimental to anybody that's still here. Why? Because I believe there's a lot of people in power that's all over those videos for years. And they are not trying to get exposed. They are pulling favors out of favors, out of favors, out of favors to make sure that their name cannot be brought up in anything. Okay? Think about this, man. And I'm not even putting, to be honest with you, I'm not even going to put this on the Trump administration. I'm not even going to do that because it was before he was in office or the first time he was in office or what have you. So I'm not going to put it all on him, but I'm going to say your responsibility now is, yeah, bro, let them tapes go. Let all that information go. But why won't you? People understand this. Donald Trump is the same person that said, yeah, I met him a few times. I never really knew him. I didn't know him like that. But you on documented photos and video with this guy at plenty of parties, shoulder to shoulder, chopping it up, talking about whatever. So you can't say you didn't know him. All these people that said they never been to the island that he owned. There's documented evidence of every person that ever been on a plane to go to that island. At least that we know of. Besides the helicopters that they didn't have to put nobody's name on there to let you know who was on the helicopter. But there's a lot of people that know Jeff. I call him Jeff. Okay, there's a lot of people that know him. Epstein, Stein, whatever you want to call him. And they all are intertwined. And that's why he lives to this day, because his victims are not getting their just due to say, yo, when is somebody going to speak up for us? We know that he's dead and gone, but still. So what's supposed to happen to our trauma, our pain? So Jeffrey Epstein lives to his victims. Because the government, in my opinion, won't allow the victims to have complete closure. The victim's trauma won't go away. You see the commercials now. I was 14. I was 15. I was 16. I was 17. Let me go back and let's go to the record. Let's not even talk about nobody's opinion. 2006. He gets arrested in Palm Beach, right there in Florida, for multiple counts of solicitation, multiple counts of inappropriate behaviors, sexual acts with minors. Felonies, okay? Felonies, multiple counts, 2006. I saw the documentation from the courthouse when he was going back and forth to court. And you know how it ended, in case some of y'all didn't see it? He found out that it's just a crime if you plead guilty to solicitation or prostitution. Okay, it's a fine. And it dawned on him, I'm rich, bitch. I ain't got to sit here and go through this. I ain't got to sit here and talk to y'all. I ain't got to sit here and do none of this shit. How much is the fine? Whatever the fine was, he pled guilty and they let him. It's not that he made it up, but they let him. The state let him plead guilty to one count of solicitation or prostitution. And whatever the fine was, he told his lawyer, you pay it, I'll see you later. And he walked out of the courtroom in front of everybody. It's like something dawned on him. A halo just went across his head and a light bulb went off and he said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sitting here with a bunch of people that will never see the kind of money I have. What's the problem? Word? All right, how much is that? Well, tell him I'll do that. All right, I gotta go. And he left. Walked out in front of the judge, in front of everybody, the court officers, everybody. Walked out. Nobody said nothing. His lawyer stayed there and paid the fine, and this man kept it going. That was 2006. They appealed it in 2008. When they appealed it in 2008, he got convicted. He only had to do 13 months as a pedophile. 13 months. Okay? And then he was out of there. 2008. Speed this up from 2008 all the way up to 2015, 16, somewhere around 2016, 17 is when everything started to come back out again. So he went almost 10 more years of doing all the same things that he was doing. Trafficking, trafficking, getting girls, taking them across the states. Some of them he even put in school. He was trying to, his mentality was just sick. He was trying to raise these girls. He was putting them in school, paying for their education. So when they get out, they could all work for him and while he was still sexually abusing them. And a lot of their families thought that he was just taking care of them because unfortunately, a lot of people's families always get blind when they see the money. They don't see the crime no more. They just see the money. Oh, he must be taking care of her. Oh, she's in Europe. Oh, she's in Paris. Oh, she's here. She's there. She's 17 with a 50-year-old man in Paris. And y'all not going to say nothing about that? This is why Jeffrey Epstein lives. It's because of today's society, or all of society. Let's not say today. All of society. And also because of today's government, the administration. Not just this one, but the 4 administrations or 3 administrations before this one. They are allowing this man name to live. Y'all gotta understand something. Until you completely disclose everything that's on all of those tapes, all of the film, all of the video, all of the documentations, all of the phone calls, it will never be over. It will never be done. And he will always be spoken about. The thing you do with a Jeffrey Epstein is erase him. You have to erase him, period. Like he never was here. And it's hard to do that. Because so many people that interacted with him are some of y'all government officials, some of your celebrities that you look up to, some of the people that you watch and be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he's a billionaire. And let's not forget, I can't believe she's a billionaire, because there's a lot of women on them films, on them tapes also, that's in high positions. Believe that. It ain't just men. There's a lot of powerful women on some of those tapes. This man had every property that he ever owned completely wired for sound and video in every single room, including the bathrooms. And he was doing that for over 20 years. You don't think for 1 second that somebody that we all know and have clapped our hands for, probably given awards to, Oscars to, Emmys to, country music awards to, humanitarian awards to, BET awards to. You think nobody is on them tapes that we know and support it? Plenty of people are. A cultivated club of pedophiles are all on those tapes. Cultivated club of them. I guarantee it. So when you watch these tapes, if they let you watch a professional group of pedophiles, that's what I call them. A conglomerate of pedophiles that all hung out together. You can't be a pedophile and feel comfortable hanging out with people if they ain't pedophiles also. You can't be. If you know that's not who you are, you're not going to be sitting there watching that go down, or even be in the atmosphere of it going down and act like it's okay. Period. You can hang out with a group of people that smoke weed, but you don't smoke weed. That's different. Pedophiles hang out together. And they know each other. Underground, whatever you want to call it. But his was above ground. And he filmed everything and everybody that did anything with anybody. And he has years of footage on people, years of conversations on people, years and years of it. And I'm going to tell you where he probably got that from. The king of them all. The gentleman who started Playboy magazine. I don't even want to mention his name right now because y'all know who I'm talking about. He was the king of them all. He had that Playboy mansion wired. Every room, every bathroom, he was watching people and filming people doing whatever they wanted to do at his establishment. He allowed it. But he also used it as bargaining chips if he had business to do and you didn't want to do business with him. Same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. Believe me, he was using that on people. I'm gonna get to something. I'm going somewhere with this, so y'all follow me, okay? The one person so far that got his behind kicked behind it, and he should have, because he lied blatantly, was that Prince Andrew, I guess, if that's the right one. I don't know all their names for the royalty, royal family and all that, but he basically got disowned out of the family, and he should have. He said blatantly, I've never been there, and this such and such and such, and such and such and such. You on video and camera taking pictures with girls at 16, 17 years old topless in a pool in the islands. At Epstein's house. But where I'm going with this is Sean Diddy Combs. Now, not to compare him to Epstein or anything like that, but there was some Epstein tactics from him. Having his homes filmed, wired, filming everything on everybody. The only thing that gets me is this. They was willing to show all the footage from Sean Combs' parties with the people, their faces. They didn't take nobody out. They showed all the footage. They haven't shown anything to anybody that we know of publicly, especially not to the press. Privately, people have seen it, but they won't release any of the information. But for Sean Combs' case, they put all of his business out there, everything, and allow people to see it. You probably could find the damn footage yourself right now online. I don't know. But the question we got to ask ourselves, America, why won't they let the Epstein tapes out? And why are they allowing this man's disrespectful history of being a pedophile live? Why won't they give his victims any kind of closure? Because they can't give the victims closure without exposing themselves. And who are they? I don't know their names specifically, but it's got to be that big. It's got to be that powerful where they're like, no one wants to explain what they was doing in 2012 at Epstein's house in Manhattan at one of his parties. No one wants to explain why they was at his island. Now it goes deeper than that because it always gets back to the money. I don't care what nobody say. Once they start doing that, they're going to start tracking people's bank accounts of what was you doing that year? Where did your money go that year? And if you had any money going towards any corporations of Epstein's, then how do we not know that he wasn't using that money to make sure you had, you get me? Make sure you had sexual encounters with minors. How do we not know you wasn't paying for that? You think he wasn't pimping them girls out? You think he wasn't? Believe me, he was pimping them girls out for one thing or another. It don't have to be currency transaction hand to hand. It could be a business promise. It could be something else later on in life. Remember, Epstein was a hustler. Okay? He couldn't make his way through, law school or what have you. He got kicked out of one of them schools and then lied and got a job with Bear Stearns and lied on his application, lied in his interview, but he fit the mold of Bear Stearns, financial advisor company. He fit their mold and he let them believe I can get y'all the money, even though he wasn't qualified. He did not have the education. He did not have the paperwork. And he still got a job there, made millions with them, and started his own firm. It always go back to the money. Always go back to the money. He hustled the dude who started Victoria's Secrets, the dude who owned that. He hustled him out of his bread. This is why I say it goes back to the money, and it goes back to what he knew about other people who was just like him. He knew that. And he made those people feel safe to be around him because they could. He had his Robin with him, Maxine. Rich on her own accord. She didn't need his money. If anybody knows her, they know she come from big money, newspaper money. But she thought just like him, and she admired him, and she loved him, and she also was a pedophile. That's an organization. Epstein is bigger than Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein is a RICO. That's why nobody will allow those tapes to come out. They will not allow that audio to come out. They will not allow the videos to come out. Because if you do, you have to start a RICO case. You will have to start one. The government will be responsible for creating a RICO case on many, many government officials, politicians, actors, celebrities, singer-songwriters, rappers, whoever. If you had the bread and you was popular and you was around, you got to explain. You're going to explain. What was you doing in 2015 hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein in the island past St. Thomas? What was you doing hanging out at the 4-story townhouse in Manhattan? What was you doing hanging out with him with his crib out in London? His crib all the way, I don't know if it was Wyoming, Utah, somewhere in the Midwest. He got another big-ass crib out there that he was keeping chicks out there too. What was you doing? They ask Donald Trump all the time, well, why was he at Mar-a-Lago? Everybody's invited to Mar-a-Lago if you're rich. That's how he put it down. I ain't know him like that, but I seen him a couple of times. Jeffrey Epstein's whole life was a horrible display of what rich and entitled can get you when you truly are a criminal and a pedophile. And you know you can get away with it. But until the federal government, and why does the federal government have the case? Why do they even have the files? The federal government, who is the people they are the ones, the federal government, not state, city, the federal government has all the documents. Why do they even have it? Ask yourself that question. But until they decide to release it and give his victims their closure, Jeffrey Epstein lives. And that's unfortunate. My name is Kadon A. Sterling. This is the Fearless Ambition Podcast. Please tell somebody about what we're doing here. I appreciate all your time. I appreciate you sharing this with somebody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. All right? And I'll see you on the next one.